Hello everyone, welcome back to this game. So, a funny thing, in the last stream I said that it was a little bit too late in the game to be adding a new Pokemon to my team. Well, some stuff happened in between the last stream and now, and I'm going to add a new Pokemon to my team. Which Pokemon? Well, as we go through today's clips, let's see if you can guess. So, starting off, I decided to use a linking core to evolve this Haunter into a Gengar. I don't have one of those yet, so good to be doing that. You know, I kind of miss the classic fanfare. It had a lot more oomph. Next up, I used a Water Stone to evolve an Eevee into a Vaporeon, my favorite evolution. Although, as I said before, Leafeon is definitely up there. But show off that tail, Vaporeon. Love that tail. It is one of the reasons why I love Vaporeon. That and the fact that it can literally melt into water. Acid armor is awesome. Glad I was able to train a Vaporeon during my run of Let's Go. I had to trade it in order to get acid armor early enough, but it was worth it. Anyway, my focus in between streams was the Cobalt Coastlands. And I had a few goals. One was to find any wisps that I might have missed. Also some unknown or any of those lost poems. But another one of my goals was to catch every alpha Pokemon that I could find. And let me back this to the start of the clip. If I could just pause it during that first frame. It is difficult to pause on that first frame. Come on. Come on. I'll get it. I'll get it. Eventually I'll get it. Let me have this clip. Freeze frame. Freeze frame at the start. Darn it. There we go. So, on my search for alphas, I found 3 alphas in one spot. The Golduck is always here, but the Psyduck and Beautifly are not. And it has finally occurred to me that the game will just randomly decide to spawn an alpha in place of a random Pokemon. Well, that would explain why I randomly found an alpha Bidoof at the starting area of the game. But also why it has not also randomly decided to respawn. Also, yeah, apparently you can just move the play bar of a paused video. Go figure. I'll let this clip speak for itself. So, speaking of Gabite, after getting enough dex points for that, I decided to go ahead and evolve it. And I'm pretty certain that I haven't evolved a Garchomp yet. So, here's the evolution. Warriorland says that the Apom looked kind of like it was hanging by the tail in a few frames. Kinda. Just kinda. Let's see. I can't remember what this clip was. Oh, I remember what this clip was. So, I accidentally brought out Braviary, and, unfortunately, Braviary brings you out high enough for fall damage. So, do not accidentally bring out Braviary. Evolving Voltorb. Surprisingly not the same as evolving a regular Voltorb. Hisuian Voltorb requires a Leaf Stone. Even though the Hisuian Voltorb is the only one that can evolve into Hisuian Electrode. Unnecessary different evolution technique. Also, my Electrode is a lot smaller than the Lord that I fought in that boss battle. So, back to that Alpha Golduck. I was trying to sneak up on it to catch it, but it spotted me. So I was hoping I could just hide behind the hill and it would forget about me. Nope. So I noped right out of there. Although it apparently does have a limit on how far it can go. So, you guys remember that one time I landed on top of a tree? Let's see, on my quest to catch a bunch of alpha Pokemon, I saw that Empoleon, and I was sneaking up on the Empoleon to catch it, and then, in the corner of my vision, I saw it. A shiny Walrein. So of course I wanted to catch it. Why wouldn't I catch a shiny Pokemon? It's not the first one I encountered. There was the Ponyta in that quest, and that random Carnivine I found, but you don't want to miss a chance to catch a shiny. Granted, I had to battle it because I was not able to sneak up on it, but thankfully, I was able to catch it without killing it. Incidentally, all three shinies I encountered so far were not encountered in swarms. I thought swarms were supposed to help me catch shinies, but in my efforts to find shinies in swarms, they never appeared. So, even less reason for me to bother with swarms. So here's a cool view. I found the highest ledge nearby this rift, and yeah, this is definitely cool. Diving through for effect, but I decided I wasn't actually going to fight anything in there. I learned my lesson the past couple times between streams. Between other streams, that is. Alpha Mantike. So Maddie says, in swarms, the odds don't increase, but better odds one might be. He thinks. Nope. Well, there went the alpha. That the music returned. And so did the Mantike. So apparently, even though it disappeared beneath the waves, it was not actually gone. I also learned that alpha mantykes and alpha manteens are not actually aggressive at all. So here I am on an island, looking for one of those buried poems. Found one! Old verse 10. I could have sworn I already searched this island, but maybe not. Anyway, it was on this island right here. The one that is shaped kind of like a dolphin or something. Alpha Gyarados. I encountered this thing before. I don't know that I had a chance to catch it before. But, you missed the first 30 seconds of this encounter, where I was being chased by multiple Gyarados, and by the way, they are really fast. But I learned from previous experience that if you backstrike a Pokemon, the other Pokemon chasing you don't get into the battle. And I used that to my advantage to get into the fight with this Gyarados, so that I could hopefully catch it, not KO it. I feel like I just witnessed to a cliffhanger to an episode of Pokemon. Apparently those Gyarados were not using Dragon Rage, they were using Twister the entire time. So here I am on the volcanic island looking for another poem. And I really don't like how the camera jerks sometimes. I'm not even sure what it's doing. Is it getting caught on a tree or something? It's kind of annoying when that happens, and it happens a little too often whenever I'm looking for these treasures. But here's old verse 4. Let's see, I was trying to train this tentacle for dex points when suddenly... Alpha Ninetales. That was not there before. So, of course, I needed to catch that. Easier said than done. There's not much of a hiding place up here. Oh boy, that is some long-range fire blast. Also, I have now learned that you absolutely cannot fly over lava. The game really does not want you falling in lava. Anyway, I kind of was able to sneak up on the Ninetales by hiding behind the hill, but the hill was steep enough I kept tripping over the steepness of it. Man, look at all those tails. I kind of want to snuggle up in them, though preferably without yanking one by accident. But I caught it! So as I was making my escape from the volcano, suddenly there's a Magby, and well, first things first, I had to get rid of some distractions. I did. So here was my chance to catch that Magby. First one I've seen one. Thankfully did not run off during that fight. Thankfully was not a part of that fight. I just had to hope it wouldn't notice me. Turn around, please. It noticed me. Catch it. Hope it catches. It caught. So going through the tunnel through the cliff, I found another one of those spots where a bunch of legendary Pokemon are drawn on the wall. Who keeps drawing these? You know, it kind of takes you out of the moment to find so many of these. The one on the Weird Deer Hill made sense, but apparently whoever drew that also decided to just also draw it within this random flooded cave. I feel like there's just too many of these. Now it feels like they're just being randomly programmed in. Alpha Tentacruel. I got on land because I was hoping it wouldn't follow me onto the land. It certainly tried. I figure, okay, I'll just catch it trying to walk around it, completely forgetting that you can't catch Pokemon that are targeting you. And then I remembered. Eventually I remembered. There, that's when I remembered. But it's interesting that, it was actually in the beach. Not even on ground you are safe from a Tentacruel. And then there's this thing here. I've already encountered one of these, but... well, this is the first time I've seen it opening its belly. That's not creepy. So I was kind of curious if you could climb on top of these pillars in the water, and I noticed that there was a bump on this pillar over here. Lo and behold, it's another unknown. And to answer my earlier question, yes, you can climb on top of these pillars. Evolving Ursa Ring. Oh my goodness, is it a little bit convoluted. Number 1, you needed to use a peat stone. Number 2, you needed to use a peat stone during a full moon. Good luck figuring that on your own. So apparently the rideable nobles are not actually bigger than the average Pokemon, as we already discovered with the, Braviary. Anyway, that is the last clip. Now... oh, I haven't even loaded up the game yet. Let's load up the game. Now, one of the Pokemon I showed off during these clips, as I said, I am adding to my team. Is there any guess which Pokemon it is? Also, I made another discovery off camera. There is a cave in the volcano. That cave was not there before. In fact, the first time I was here, there was lava flowing from the top of the volcano. Incidentally, no, you cannot fly to the top of the volcano. There is a big invisible barrier that prevents you from reaching it. But this cave, I have no idea what is inside it. But I'm betting it's a fire Pokemon. So, how about we get the help of my newest Pokemon? Say hello to Tabitha the Walrein. I mean, not only is it a shiny Pokemon, but look at this face. How could I not include this Walrein on my team? I named her Tabitha because she kind of looks like a Tabitha. And yes, I do want to hug her. And I want to fluff that hair. Oh, that is such an awesome color for a shiny. Okay, just real quick, let's level her up. I am still sticking with my rule of using only 10 Pokemon. So one of my Pokemon is being retired. That Pokemon is going to be the Arcanine for a couple of reasons. One, as has previously been mentioned, I had 3 fire types on my team. That is just a tad excessive. Number 2, I already trained an Arcanine in Pokemon Let's Go Eevee last year. I want to train some new Pokemon this year. So all of my Pokemon are either Pokemon I've never trained before or I've rarely trained before. I did briefly train a Typhlosion during my Pokemon Silver run, but that was towards the end of the game. Let's see, what else do I want to do? Check out her moveset real quick. I already looked at it. She's got Rest, Liquidation, Ice Beam, and Water Pulse. She can use Blizzard, but I am not a fan of that accuracy. Do I consider Rollout? Nah, that's a little weak at this point. Likewise with Powder Snow. Yes, I did use 41 experience items at once. You can use multiple items at a time by choosing to use more than one item. It's as simple as that. And of course, I gotta train a shiny Pokemon. That is like a special occasion. Granted, I also have the shiny Ponyta and the shiny Carnivine, but those Pokemon didn't really interest me so much. And I feel like using the shiny Ponyta would be cheating since that one is a guarantee. I kind of figured it would be another arena. What is in this arena, though? Well, there's something in the arena. What are these? Mud. Is that a hint? Should I just pick all of these up and something will happen? I'm betting instead I'm gonna have to bring a specific Pokemon here. And maybe I want to use these balls of mud on it. Well, this arena is definitely for something, but anybody's guess what. Likewise with the arena on on the Turnback Cave. Likewise with that arena. Well, I'm a little disappointed. This didn't turn out to be anything all that special. I'm wondering if I should leave all those balls of mud there. Nothing is happening as I come out of the cave. I didn't want to do that. I'm just going to reload and leave those balls of mud there. And I'll look up if the arena is for anything in between streams or something. And yes, Wario Land, to answer your earlier question, I am now posting Juji's Journey on my Overflow channel. That was a neat game. Definitely worth checking out. It's a short game. And a pretty good one. And hello there, Beer Force. Welcome to the stream. Glad you enjoyed Foa. Waylon says not to spoil myself. Probably good advice. Alright, I want to use Tabitha somewhere, so let's bring Tabitha over in this direction to fight whatever we come across first. Oh, I was wondering what that sound was. It's a graveler rolling around. Well, these are hard to sneak up against. Didn't get the first strike. Ah, well. Tabitha's got a 30 level 30 or 30 level bleh. Tabitha's strong. Well, maybe it's the lava I was hearing. Anyway, let's use liquidation. In fact, we'll try out her other attacks as well. I am surprised that hit. Wait, where did it go? Wait, what? Apparently that was so far out, it thought it was too far from battle or something, and, I don't know. You can see the results right here. Oh my goodness. I'm not even targeting anything. Look in the upper right. There's no menu showing what we're targeting. Well, it is showing Graveler, but it's also not showing in, it's the arrow. Arrow does not have stats. That's what I'm trying to point out. And we'll finish off with you. You are actually there. Strong style water pulse. Nah. Well, I'm full up on something. And for some reason, I was expecting the enemy Pokemon stats to be in the upper right corner. When no, that's not how it works. It's actually hovering over the Pokemon that you're fighting. By the way, through all my exploration, I did not find any of the Miss Trio sisters here. Maybe one of them is, like, inside the dormant volcano off in this direction. Where I was hoping to see that invisible Pokemon attack. Ah, sorry I didn't think of that. Hopefully I get plenty of opportunity to use Tabitha. I mean, today we're going to be heading back to the snow area, and I don't know that Tabitha will be much use there. And beyond that, I don't know what places there are left to explore in the game. Although we do need to go back to the mountains, but I don't necessarily know that I'll be fighting anything there besides some random boss. Well, so far there's nothing and nobody here. But I didn't check around the rim of the volcano. I assume this is a dormant volcano. I've seen pictures of volcanoes like this. No, the Misfortune Sister isn't here. I am curious how and where they spawn, then. Oh, well. Wayland heard that there's plenty of post-game gameplay. Well, that's good to know. Look at all these alphas I caught. This is going to earn me a pretty penny. Or a pretty $Poké. And of course, there's Tabitha over there on the right. Appropriately marked as shiny. Nope. Can confirm, shinies don't count towards any special stats. No, the misfortunes don't count towards 100%, but, I mean, if they're there, I want to do them. Okay, so in the last stream, it was pointed out to me that looking through these Pokédex entries is a little bit slow. So to speed things up a little bit this time, I decided to write down what Pokemon I completed the Dex entries for. So starting with Togepi, the Spike Ball Pokemon. This ovate creature is frequently mistaken for a moving egg when encountered out in the fields or in the mountains. Its guileless smile soothes the soul. I mean, I don't mistake it for an egg. It's a Togepi. Let's see. Guyball. The land shark Pokemon. It nests in caves untouched by sunlight. Its sharp teeth may fall out when worn away or after an impact, but they regrow within a few days. Oh, kinda like actual sharks. Teddiursa, the little bear Pokemon. Does anybody remember a children's cartoon called Little Bear? It was kind of a nice little cartoon. It was also noteworthy for the fact that the titular character never wore clothes, but his parents did. Anyway, it licks its paws because of the sweet honey that has soaked into them. It is cunning, stealing into the nests of Combi and taking for itself the honey that the Combi have amassed. I do not recall ever seeing a Teddiursa around Combi. Glameow. I didn't catch it on camera, but I had Cindy used Nasty Plot one time in battle in order to complete this Dex entry. The Catty Pokemon bewitches humans with its helical tail and piercing gaze. Its hidden claws are quite sharp as well, making this Pokemon an exceedingly tricky opponent if antagonized. Spheal, the clap Pokemon. I have not seen it clap, but maybe if I were talking to one. During the season when drift ice approaches the shore, Spheal prefers living on the ice where fewer predators lurk, rather than the land. Its fur retains heat superbly and resists harsh cold. Remoraid, the jet Pokemon. I was expecting it to be called the Revolver Pokemon. Spits water from its mouth with incredible accuracy. Okay, maybe the Sharpshooter Pokemon then. It captures Burmy by shooting them down off the branches from which they dangle. Really? So they then flop onto land to retrieve their prey? Or is it just doing target practice for the fun of it? Tentacle. The jellyfish Pokemon. They fire beams from the glassy magenta orbs that resemble eyes atop their heads. It's kind of funny. When Pokemon was new and I encountered these things, I thought those actually were its eyes. Anyway, and they drift in shallow seas. During low tide, they can sometimes be found on beaches, desiccated. How unfortunate for them. Tentacruel, the jellyfish Pokemon. It has 80 tentacles. Why do so many Pokédex entries say this? Can nobody count? Each with a venomous tip. These tentacles are also extendable, lengthening when Tentacruel attempts to catch prey. Use caution. Good advice. Gengar, the shadow Pokemon. Possesses potential victims' shadows in an effort to steal away the victims' lives. Yikes. If your shadow begins to laugh, you must take hold of a protective charm post-haste. Well, I'm glad that's not an actual game mechanic. Steelix, the Iron Snake Pokemon. This Pokemon evolved through use of a strange item. Its body is coated with steel powder and notably hard. Not even diamond can leave so much of a scratch. But a Pokemon's claws entirely capable. Kiba says with the 80 tentacles is a game limitation. Well, in that case, it's literally the only Pokemon hindered by such a game limitation. Voltorb, the Sphere Pokemon. An enigmatic Pokemon that happens to bear a resemblance to a Pokeball. When excited, it discharges the electric current it has stored in its belly, then lets out a great uproarious laugh. You still gotta wonder about that resemblance. In this era, Pokeballs were a recent invention. Are you telling me that Voltorb did not inspire the Pokeball's design? Gabite, the cave Pokemon. Though Gabite are usually of a violent disposition, when I gave one a glass bead it had been eyeing covetously, it suddenly became quite docile. Well, that's some interesting information. Vaporeon, the best evolution, the Bubble Jet Pokemon. Tests show that its cells closely resemble water molecules, which perhaps explains its ability to conceal its form while submerged. That is such an awesome ability. I kind of want to try out being a Vaporeon. That would be neat. I believe the origins of mermaid folklore lie with this Pokemon. You know, this is probably my favorite Pokédex, simply because of the more personal entries. And lastly, Garchomp, the Mach Pokemon. Soars across the heavens at blinding speed. Really? I thought it would be swimming in water. A magnificent sight. It has a feral disposition. Utmost caution is required if one meets a Garchomp out in the wilds. Can you? Apparently in the Alabasta Icelands. Well, there's a spot there we have not actually explored yet, so I guess we'll see one there. Floating in the sky, of all places. And of course, here's the newest entries to the Pokédex. Haven't gotten their Dex entry yet. Though I find it interesting that Electrode has been properly classified as a sphere Pokemon, while these two, we got insufficient data. I wonder why. I guess because I've got this partly completed? There's another bite in the ranking. Kiba says Vaporeon is the most compatible Pokemon for humans. Not only are they in the field egg group, which is mostly comprised of mammals, Vaporeon are an average of 3'3" tall and 63.9 pounds. This means they're large enough to be able to handle... Yeah. I'm not really sure that would be true, though. Warland says you can clearly tell it's in the shape of a sphere. That would be first instinct even without scientific research. I guess that's true. Really makes me wonder what Ninetales is going to be classified as. It probably was it has always been classified as, but I can't remember what that is. Also, in the last stream, I forgot to bring the Turtwig to this guy. Let's do that first thing before I accidentally evolve it. I think I got the Pokemon you wanted. It is... recent, I know that. Ah, heck with it. Oh, I can't do the search doing this? That is lame. It might have been randomly placed elsewhere in the list because I had taken some of these random Pokemon off the list in order to do the Dex entries. Let me know if you spot it somewhere. It might be easier just to go to the pasture and do a search there so I know where to look when I come here. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Cause screw that noise. Why would you not provide a search option? Where is this thing? There in the corner. Page 14. Okay, well, at least now I know why I missed it. I was looking for the leaves on its head. The picture is not showing the leaves on its head. Especially annoying considering finding the leaves on its head was the entire clue. Here. Yes, that pair of leaves on its head. That's it. I knew the photo had captured a Pokemon. Now I'm fired up to take a proper shot of it, to commemorate this little discovery. Yeah, you do that. And while you're at it, don't bother showing me. I don't even care anymore. This has been such a learning experience for me. I've been able to hone my eye as a photographer thanks to these little puzzles, for sure. But I still want to see and photograph even more different Pokemon. If you're open to it, I certainly hope you'll keep bringing your Pokemon by to take many more photographs here. There's really no point. But I might as well check out what the option is. Yes, Kiba, you were right about the dual typing. Before today's stream, Kiba was trying to guess what the newest Pokemon would be. Wound up guessing a Ninetales, which, I mean, I did find the Alpha Ninetales, but no, that was, oops, that was not it. Here, Tabitha, we'll throw you in for the sake of curiosity, because I'm curious what the new filter is. The new filter. Did we get new? A 2? Because the Dreamy is new. I feel like it's new. I don't remember it. Okay, now I remember it. Oh, those are lanterns. Thought I found something neat. Like an unknown. How is that Dreamy? Alright, sunset. Okay, so these are all just color filters. That's kind of boring. By the way, I'm glad to be out of that volcano. I was clearly overdressed for it. It's a good thing I was wearing shorts. Kiba says, too bad you can't pull out all Pokemon. I know, right? I mean, I can take a better picture than what's offered in that studio, as I have previously demonstrated. It's a good thing the studio is free. Alright. Going inside and out of that building. Did that spawn you out here? No. If I talk to you again, will you have another picture? No. Well, maybe that was the last one. I'm being told to get that new satchel space. Let's do it, and also hope that that's the last one. Because 100,000 for a satchel space, I do not want to think about having to pay upwards of $1 million. I guess who's lost again? Here. If you want to be able to carry even more things, there's more I could teach you. You've got to be kidding me. It's going to go all the way up to $1 million, isn't it? I don't know that I can reasonably reach $1 million in this playthrough. Give me your quest. Wanda snuck out of the village without telling me, and she hasn't come back. She needs to stop doing that. Hasn't she learned her lesson yet? Apparently not. I heard she was all bundled up against the cold, too, so I've got this sneaking suspicion she went to the Alabaster Islands. Well, a good thing we're not done there. Whatever sent her out there, it doesn't seem like it was an assignment from the security corps. But what else could make her want to go to such a dangerous place alone? I really need some help again from you and that Ursaluna. Use the scent from these scraps of Wanda's old kerchief and search her out for me. I'm surprised at this point the kerchief still has a scent. And this time I'll go look for her myself as well. So I have to try to find both of you then? I can't just stand by and rely on you every time. I'm her big brother. I can't let her down. Bet you will. Wait for me, Wanda. I'll save you this time. I was totally expecting the screen to black out before he left. Wait, what? Oh, my savior! I was looking for you, you know. Gosh dang it! Why are you here? What? My brother went to the Alabaster Islands? I didn't say that. Zeke? That brother? The one who's refused to even set foot outside the village since he got attacked by some shinks and totally traumatized? In case it's not obvious by now, my voice is kind of worn out today. So I'm trying not to strain it. I'm going through a lot of water also. We've got to find him at once. Please, Savior, you've got to help me one more time. We'll get to it. And yes, Warrior Land, I want the slots. I don't necessarily need them at this point. Except I kinda do. I still find myself having a full inventory from time to time. But it's more for completion's sake. I want to do everything possible in this game. If at all possible. Wayland says, but she didn't give us brother's scent. Well, she went out there. We can find her. Maybe they'll meet up with each other. Maybe she'll give us her brother's scent after we find her. Have any other quests popped around here? No. If we're going back to the Icelands, I should reconsider my team. But screw it. I really want to use these Pokemon. They've been ignored the past few streams because of the Icelands. Alright, let's start with the balloon minigame. I tell you, there's no better way to stave off the cold than to run around and burst balloons. I don't know, I think it would still be pretty cold up in the air. I run the balloon race in these parts. Would you care to have a go? You just need to burst as many of my adorable balloons as possible while riding a Pokemon. It's a blast, really. If you've managed to burst, say, 30 balloons, well, that'd be an impressive start. You can find me here anytime, so let me know whenever you feel like testing your skill in the balloon race. This will take a few attempts. Ride a Pokemon and smash through balloons. Ride, and burst them all. I'm repeating the message. How about a kid? Want to play? I'll give it a try. Total of 50 balloons on the course. Let's see how many of them you can burst in 2 minutes. Now, get out there and get bursting. Oh, I'm actually on land. Well, it's still going to be cold. I mean, look at this wind. So, we're going to be utilizing all my Pokemon then, huh? So it's going to be important to remember which direction I need to press in order to go between different Pokemon. Oh, this looks like a difficult jump right here. Ah, I was right. Well, might as well see this through. I question my ability to do this. I really question my ability to do this. I mean, at least I got the requisite 30. But still. Yikes. Are you kidding me? No. No, I don't care. I don't want to do this anymore. We are not going to spend the next hour doing this. Just give me my prize for 30. Not bad at all. For someone so skilled, I'll offer this as a reward. I'll work on it between streams sometime. But the fact that I wind up flying under the balloons does not give me hope. What do you know? You beat my target of bursting at least 30 balloons? Well done, you. Good enough. By the way, have you had a go at the target practice you can do at the practice field just outside Jubilee Village? Yes. And I kind of accidentally put up too high a score. That's another intense experience, I assure you. Intense is not the word I would use for it. Much as I want to complete everything that I can in this game, emphasis on I can. That is a tall ask. There are some things that just are not worth doing. Getting S rank in every level in Sonic games, for example. Ain't doing that either. No, there is nothing behind the waterfall. Keepa says, it isn't too hard. Basically, don't speed fly. I had a feeling that speed flying would cause your height to drop faster, but well, I didn't really have much time left over on the clock by the time I reached the end either. Like maybe 5 seconds. So I would have to do some amount of speed flying. Oh, I can take this off. We already looked over there for stuff. Alright, let's look for active quests. Mani from the Ginkgo Guild says his ancestors may have once lived in the avalanche slopes in the Alabaster Icelands. See if you can find traces of a village there. Avalanche slopes. That would be over here. Well, it is a location that I have not explored yet, aside from just now for the balloon race. And it's right near the Ice Peak Arena. So, let's get started. After this break. Be right back.